Okay, hello, and welcome to. Wait, let me actually make this a slideshow before I start. Can you all see everything and hear me? Okay.
Yes, yes, I can
Okay,
get it. Perfect.
amazing. Okay, hello, and welcome to activating your artistic identity. I am so excited that you're here. Thank you so much for taking the time to explore how to tap into your beautiful, wonderful star power. Today, we are going to tap into a few different things. We're going to um, dive into our artistic identity and how to anchor it in, and also how to express it. So this is for you if you're an artist and you're ready to like feel your way into your power and really have the tools to access it. Because so many times we know in our hearts that we are artists and we just don't have like the roadmap to like step into that star that we see in our minds. And so we're gonna kind of connect that gap. And this is also for you if you're tired of like trying and like really like fighting alone in life with like this sense of like being in a hamster wheel. Because it's we're gonna develop some very simple tools to step into your power, and your power knows. Your power doesn't try. So it's very helpful. And also if you're done waiting for permission to be seen. So many times we go into seasons in our lives where we are hiding, we're kind of retracted, and and if you're feeling like you've been in a season of I don't know what's happening, everything's changing, and you feel ready to shine and step into a new era in your life, also for you. Um, so, a little bit about me before we begin. Hi, I'm Luxiana. I'm a glam rock artist. I'm from Chile, and I've also been to music school and started my career as a singer and songwriter in the US, in LA, and then after that in New York. I've played in many different countries and done a bunch of things, whatever, but I think the most important part for me to share about me is when I started singing, I was 18 and I was tone deaf and I was rhythm blind. Rhythm blind means that I couldn't perceive rhythm in my body. So when you go to a concert and everybody claps along to a song, I never really understood how people clapped at the same time because I couldn't feel it. Um, so the process of stepping into being a singer has also been a process of liberating my voice, and learning how to feel music and how to tune into it. And that's why I teach and I help others liberate their voice, because I wasn't always talented. Like I'm a great performer, I'm a great singer, and those are all things that I learned from scratch. Like I didn't grow up in the music industry or with family that plays music. I had to learn all of that from scratch myself as an adult. And so I guess if there's anything that I can leave with you today, the most important thing is that it's possible. Whatever you're dreaming about, whatever you want to do, whatever you love to do but have never done before, it's possible. You can learn. It doesn't matter how old you are. The best time to get started is now. Okay? I'm curious if you can leave me a message in the chat in one sentence. What is one thing, if you could pick one thing, if I had like a magic wand and I could give it to you right now, what is one thing that you really want? So associate it to your voice. So it may be, I would really like to have a song out in on platforms. I would really like to play a show one day. Dream as big as you want. There are no limits. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to leave me a message in the chat. Hi Kayla. Hi Sarah. Welcome.
I'm going to, is it okay if I can say mine on audio since I'm driving?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay. I would love to perform in front of people. I would love to do gigs. That's what I want to do.
Yes, amazing. And for those of you just still coming in, I just asked everybody, what is one thing, if you could have one dream accomplished, like I had a magic wand, I'm a genie in a bottle, and I can just give it to you right now. What is one thing that you would like to do with your voice or your music? And Kayla says she wants to perform. And then Chris says, I want to produce my first song from my library of unfinished music. Yes! Oh my God, I'm so excited for that song. I'm going to give you guys a few more seconds. Just type it in. Andrea says, I would really love to find my style of voice and performance in front of others. Yes, sounds like we have some performers in the room. This is exciting. Okay, so let's continue. So as I was sharing with you, I used to be tone deaf and rhythm blind. And so a lot of people told me, hey, maybe music is not such a good idea. And that's okay, babe. All are welcome. So you know, when you there's a very interesting thing that happens in society where we expect musicians or people that want to dedicate their life to music or to art to already be excellent at it. So when you're 18 and you say, I would like to be a singer, people are like, but you don't sing very well, or you're not that talented. But if I had said, I want to be a lawyer, nobody's like, but you haven't won any cases, because there is an understanding that you have to go and study to become a good lawyer, and then you are a lawyer, right? But with art, there's this like expectation that's very high at a very young age. And if you don't meet the standard, it's like, oh, you're just not talented. But I'm here to tell you, and I'm living evidence of this, that that's not true. Okay? You can start and you can. Hey guys, so if you could just keep your microphones muted, so that background noise doesn't come in, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so that for me, like I was kind of held down by these expectations, because every time that I tried to sing a song, I just couldn't. I didn't know when to come in. I couldn't feel it. I didn't know what pitch was and how to sing in tune. And I had to get like really, really responsible with myself. And I had a breakthrough moment where I was like, you know what? I'm not fine. Like, I'm not talented. I don't know how to sing. I don't know how to write a song. I don't know how to perform. But like, I'm a singer. This is what I love to do. This is what I breathe. And I'm gonna learn. Like if I could learn how to be a lawyer, how to be a doctor, I could learn how to be a singer. Why not? And so I went to study music abroad after a lot of hard work. It took me 6 months to learn one song that was my audition song, and I applied to 4 schools. I only got into one, but I got in, and I learned. And over the years, that was 10 years ago. So I've been an artist, and I've been touring and making music and studying music for 10 years now. And I realized, after becoming a great singer, becoming a great performer, and becoming a great songwriter, that those things help, obviously. Being good at what you do is really important, and honoring your craft. But there is a secret component that not a lot of people talk about, that makes the difference between the people that are really good at what they do, but they never accomplish their dreams, and the ones that do. And that is star power. And when I started to hone in my star power and understand who I am as an artist, not just as a singer or as a performer, but as an artist, what is my perspective of the world? What do I want to communicate? I started to realize that understanding your star power is an actual superpower, to the point where just a few weeks ago, I had a show, and I showed up to the gig, and before I performed, before I got dressed, before I did my makeup, people were like, "Who are you? Like, can I buy your album?" And then they bought my album, and they were like, "Can you autograph it? Can we take a picture together?" And this was before they even heard me sing, before I even changed into my artist outfit. But I made a conscious exercise that I'm going to teach you before I walked into the room to enter my star energy. And people perceive that. And so that's what we're going to work through today. How are we doing? Making sense? Leave me an emoji. Okay, cool. I'm getting some thumbs up. So artistic identity has two dimensions, right? There's the internal, that is what I described, of that energy that you can tap into of like, I am a star. And then there's the external, which is how you communicate your stardom, right? And what that means is like what clothes you wear, what makeup you wear, what distinguishes you. And like if someone were to dress up as you for Halloween, what would they wear? And don't worry, I love that question so much. So don't worry, we're gonna get to that and we're gonna dive deep into it. But for now, I just want you to understand that there's a frequency and an energy that you can inhabit of like fame. I don't know if it's happened to you where you're in a restaurant or in a party and someone's just magnetic. Like you don't even know what it is about them. They're just magnetic and attractive. And it's like, wow, like they almost seem famous. That is star energy. And that's the internal piece. And the external piece is the way you look and you dress and you express that, right? What is your visual language? Making sense so far? Did everyone get that? Cool. Okay. So we're going to start by tapping into the internal. And so I'm going to guide you guys through a meditation to feel your power in your body. And after that meditation, we're going to simplify it into a process that you can take with you wherever you go. Okay? So when you're ready, start taking deep breaths. Maybe let some sighs out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Close your eyes and start running your hands through different parts of your body. Just bringing into awareness the different textures. Maybe touch your clothes, touch your neck, your face. You can scratch your head if you want, just as a way to bring yourself into the present. If there's maybe some tension in your neck or in your jaw, you can massage it a little bit. Just give some love to the areas that you feel that need it. And then you can stretch, maybe just kind of giving your body whatever it needs. Let out some sounds. And when you're ready, settle back in to have a seat with your eyes closed. If you're driving or in movement, you don't have to close your eyes. You can just, let my voice guide you. That's okay. And start feeling and seeing in your mind's eye this powerful, unstoppable, fantastic version of you that just knows who they are, has no limits. See them standing in like superhero pose. Maybe they're on stage. And there's a sovereignty to this power. There's like a certain peace to it, right? Because you just know there's nothing to prove anymore. And just take them in. Observe, like, what are you wearing in this state? What does your hair look like? Where are you? And allow your body to start feeling that unstoppable frequency of like, this is who I am. And maybe let your spine get a little taller, your shoulders more relaxed. Maybe now you're sitting in a way that is confident, present, your feet are grounded. Allow your power to come in and let your body adjust to it, right? So your spine is tall, your face is forward and relaxed. And take some time to feel it. So run your hands through your body, feeling your power be here with you, present. Where does it sit? Where does it stem from? Is it your pelvis, your throat, maybe your heart? And let's breathe through it. Inhale. And let your body sway. Let your power be here for a second. If you want to stand in a power pose, you can do that too. This process is yours. My voice is giving you the cues, but if you want to make it your own, you're always welcome to. And just breathe in that relaxation of, I've arrived. This is who I am. My journey was worth it because now I am powerful. I know what I'm capable of. I've expressed my vision. And when you're ready, thank your power for being here. Take a deep breath and open your eyes. All right. So that same process, there is a way that you can go through it every time that you need to step into a situation that is challenging. So whether it's a meeting that you're nervous about, whether it's a performance, whatever it is, you can take the time before you enter a room to breathe, stand up tall, feel your power come in, and then you walk in. And this ritual is going to look different for everybody. So some of you are just going to take a deep breath, stand tall, and walk in. Or some of you, maybe you really like to shake. So you're going to shake off the insecurity and then stand tall and walk in. So take some time to like think about, what would it look like for you? You're about to step on stage, right? On a stage that is yours, that you're ready to claim. What does it look like for you to step into your power and take those few seconds prior to stepping on stage to spread your wings? One thing that I love to do is like take a deep breath, stand up tall, and like feel like if I had wings, feel them like be like this and then spread. And then walk in, kind of like thinking that I'm an angel with wings. So I invite you before the next challenging thing to just take a deep breath, stand up tall, allow a few seconds for your power to come in, and then you walk in. How was that for everybody? Talk to me. You can talk to me on the mic or leave a message on the chat, whatever's more comfortable for you.
I don't know about anyone else, but during the meditation, I'm so visual, and so I could visualize like everything I was doing. And when I opened my eyes, I got goosebumps. Um, so I think that means I was feeling very present in star me.
Yes.
I like
Yes.
that.
Yes, girl. I love it. I love it. And it's so simple that you can like before next time you go to karaoke, you can just like puff your chest a little bit, you know? Exactly. Exactly. I love it.
Yes, I'm gonna remember that. That'll help me a lot.
Yeah. Does anybody else want to share? Okay, let's continue. So now we're going to go into, oh, Chris says, felt a lot of power in my solar plexus. Is it normal to feel scared of this power? Yes, it's normal. And it's very normal because honestly, most of the time we feel like we're afraid of failing, of not having the things that we want. But maybe there's a little bit of fear around having what we want, you know? Um, I'm curious, Chris, does that fear live in your solar plexus as well?
Uh, no, it was more so, I think it was more so the mind, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
It's like feeling it here, and then like the mind starts to like like make like just like kind of like it got me out of the meditation. Like I felt the power, then all of a sudden like I'm thinking about something different.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you understand very well that the mind's job is to keep us where we are, keep us safe, right? Keep us safe, and the mind also finds safety in the things that it's already familiar with, right? So when you tap into something new, the mind it is going to have that reaction of let's kind of distract Chris into something that we already know. I'm sure you've thought about something very normal that you had to do or something like that, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
So the mind didn't take you into exploration. It took you to something very normal, right? And that's okay. That we don't have to resist that, you know. It's okay to have that reaction. It doesn't mean anything terrible. Both things can coexist, and the more that you tap into this power, the more that you connect to it, the more your mind is going to understand that it's okay because it's going to start getting familiar with it. So it's not about not having fear, right? It's about just allowing the two things to coexist until they find coherence. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
Of course. So as we step into from our internal star power into our artistic identity as it expresses, I wanted to give you a few examples of icons that have really narrowed down a very powerful external language for their power, right? Because this power that we felt in meditation has a language. And that's what's beautiful about creating is that you get to show that to other people. So, for example, whenever you see at like a Halloween parade, someone with like a curly wig, a hat, and a cigarette, you immediately know that it's Slash. Or if you see someone with straight hair and a bandana, it's obviously Axl Rose. And in more recent examples, Chapel Roan with her like clown aesthetic. And then there's also Sarah Larson that's like really huge right now since she upgraded her look. Same thing with Chapel Roan. They have both been artists for a very long time, and they broke like worldwide with the upgrades of their look. So Sarah Larson started into like doing these like beachy vibes and very colorful, kind of beautiful pink makeup. And as you can see in this photo, it's like very summer, very colorful, very joyful. But there's also like a deep power in it, right? With the red. And then if we look at Chaperone, there's this elegance to the clown that she does that's very unique to her. And then there's the rock stars, right? So that's kind of what we're gonna journal about in a few seconds. Is like what would that look like for your power? So I'm gonna give you a few minutes, and I want you to journal and write some answers to these questions. What symbols represent me as an artist? You know, do you really like the yin and yang? Do you really like I really love the Buddhist eye symbol, for example, or do you just really like, or like I do the thunder, that's like, I'm sorry, the lightning, that's like the LUXIANA symbol. Maybe it's like a couple of stars. Just think about the symbols that keep coming back into your life. Um, what are also your favorite colors and what do they represent to you? In what style of clothing do I feel the most powerful? And what do I want to communicate with my book? Because your look can communicate like very strong power. It can communicate like a feminine delicacy. It can communicate that you're playful. So just take some time with these few questions. I'm going to give you 4 minutes and then we'll check back in. And also, if you have any questions during your journaling process, please go ahead and ask. I'll be here. one more minute. So start kind of closing your ideas. Okay. All right. So coming back, all of those ideas and journaling that you did answering these 4 questions, I would like for you to summarize to answer the $1,000,000 question. If someone dressed up as you for Halloween, what would they wear? So feel free to describe the costume in colors, in symbols, um, in hairstyles, in makeup, whatever is aligned with you and your visual language. Like, what would I wear if I was dressing up as you for Halloween? I'm going to give you a few more minutes and then we'll check in about it. Okay, all right. So let's start coming back. And let's check in. How was that? What did you discover about yourself? What would I wear if I were to dress up as you for Halloween? You can leave me a message in the chat, or you feel free to just unmute and let me know. Sienna, raise her hand. Yeah, go ahead, babe.
Hi. I have a question because sorry. I have a question because I don't know if any of you guys deal with this, but I feel like I have this established look for my artistry, and I don't feel so connected with it. Because I know my symbols are like flowers and swings and cassette tapes and cigarettes and stuff like that, and my colors are usually purple and blue and black, and I don't know what I want to communicate with it. I thought I wanted to communicate like power and drama, and I don't know if that's the path I want to go down to. So I guess my question is, if I have this real like clear-cut image of what I am, but how do I transform that in what I want to be, even though I'm not really sure what I want to be? Like, does that make any sense?
Yeah, no, it does. And I will say, like, artistic identities can change, and that's the point. Like, Sienna, you and I love a band that changes every single album. Like, it's a completely Sienna is like my only friend that likes 5 Seconds of Summer as much as I do. And these guys are basically a different band every album. So it's okay for artistic identities to evolve. And if you aren't sure what it's evolving to, you can just let me ask you this. What are the symbols that you're resonating with right now? Like, what are some things that you are really into? They don't have to be related to music. Colors, maybe.
I felt for a while now that I really like orange, like the color orange. And I've been really into for the last couple of years, and now returning to it, tarot cards. Tarot cards. But that's where I'm at right now.
That I mean, those are two very incredible worlds to explore. I love using tarot to like explore creativity. So you can turn like the different people in the tarot deck, the different symbols, into like whole characters. The color orange is also a very powerful color. About it's expressive, it's loud, it has something to say. And so what I would say is like continue that search of what are your new symbols, and maybe dive deeper into like what is resonating with you about tarot cards right now. Maybe if you really liked flowers about your previous identity and you want to bring them, maybe now it's orange flowers instead of like light pink flowers, for example. And just kind of let it evolve. It doesn't mean we're leaving everything behind. Everything that you had already created in your previous identity behind, but we can let it evolve into something new that involves this new version of Sienna. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Thank you.
Of course. All right, let me pop in the chat because I saw some good stuff. I have two. Okay, so Laura says I have two answers. Present time that you would dress up as power suits. I love that. And future time in lingerie. What about power suits with lingerie underneath? I feel like those two go really well together. You know, like a pantsuit. I'm just brainstorming, but like
that's a good way to do what you were just, that's a good way to do what you were just saying as evolve, right?
Yeah.
As an evolutionized version.
Definitely, because it has the protection of like the power suit, with the vulnerability and intimacy that you're reaching for in the future with the lingerie, you know?
Thank you. That's awesome.
Of course. And then Andrea says, I think I probably want to be like Harry Styles in Woman Mood. Yes, I love Harry Styles.
I love
Like,
so much
yeah,
how he used all his clothes. I don't know how they do that, because I think that he used a lot of different styles at the same time. But I think that probably the words uh, that appear in my mind, it's relaxed, maybe eclectic, a little bit boho, I think, and some elegance, like fancy fancy things.
definitely. I mean, and I think Harry Styles is a great example of what we were talking about, letting your artistic identity evolve. Because in his previous album, he was wearing like very glamorous, flamboyant, colorful, like puffy outfits.
It's
And now it has the same elegance. It's still eclectic, but it's a little bit more subtle, you know, more mysterious, a little sexier, you know?
yeah, that words, yeah, completely.
So it's interesting to observe how it looks completely different, but it's still very Harry.
Yeah, it's true. Like it's still Harry.
Mm.
It's not other person. I don't know how he can do that, but I think that it's a really good exercise. Maybe to have some artist that you really want to dress like that artist, and try to copy all of him or her. And in some points, you're going to become yourself. I mean, trying to copy other one, I think.
Yes, because it's a starting point, right? So if you as Andrea were to like start dressing up as Harry Styles tomorrow, slowly you're gonna be like, maybe I want to wear this like this instead of like
Yeah,
this. You
exactly.
know? And you start an exploration process where Harry is not the goal, is a place to start.
Mm,
You know?
yeah, yeah, completely.
Yay, I'm excited to like see all of you and what that looks like in a few more months. Um, Seva says, I wish I could be like fucking Phoenix and play intense roles like the Joker. So Seva's a writer and a director, and he's inside a membership that I'll tell you guys about in a little bit. And I freaking love this for you because there's something about Phoenix that's very, especially as his Joker, that's very messy and destructive and kind of thrives in the chaos of his look. And I feel like when we start stepping into our artistry, there's definitely a place to just let it be a mess. So often we're like trying to look so polished and trying to look so elegant and trying to look so good. And there's definitely a place to like exist in the mess, exist in the chaos. And that has its own beauty. Does that make sense, Sarah? You there, Boo? So I guess my invitation would be to continue to explore that mess and that chaos, and how can you express it in your own look, especially if you're like feeling called towards Phoenix's Joker. There's definitely like a lot of really fun stuff to do with makeup, with your outfit, to like explore the concept of chaos and how it as it relates to you.
From my perspective,
Yeah.
through this chaos or messy,
Yeah.
I think one of the keys is improvisation. When you are on a stage, that's what
I
I
love
do mostly times.
I love that you say that you bring up improv, because improv is like the ultimate ability to be comfortable with chaos. Like the ultimate, there's no way to hide from chaos when you're improvising.
I think on the other hand, when I'm in a pool party or any kind of party, when they let me dance on stage, I am literally Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Well, he's dancing.
And let me ask you this: what are some ways that you can bring that chaos and that expression that you feel when you're dancing and you feel like the Joker into your look, like into the clothes that you wear, maybe the way that you look?
The way catch everybody's attention.
Yeah. What are some things that you would like to wear that you haven't worn before?
I would love to wear
Mhm.
his shoes, his makeup, and his particular costume
Okay.
with,
Yeah.
with a small, how can I
Bow
say,
tie.
bow tie.
Okay. I like that. I like that. I think you should try it. Maybe next time you go do improv, try wearing a little bow tie, doing your makeup a little bit. Chris says, Avatar meets Assassin's Creed, and I love this for you, man. I definitely get Avatar vibes from your power. Crystals everywhere, flowy earth tone shirt. Yes, and I am tuning into like the Avatar blue. Oh my God, all your powers are speaking. Kayla says, I'd love to capture a mixture of Erika Badu, Lauren Hill, Janelle Monáe. Oh, okay. Boho, islandy clothing, loose fitting in some places and sultry sexy-ish in others. Yes, yes, golden burgundy. Oh my God, I love that mix so much. It's just like pleasure to my eyes. And it's so aligned with like your energy. There's like this softness, this like, oh my God, yes, yes. Art the Clown. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting this like dark clown from Sewa. I'm getting this like golden goddess from Kayla with the dark lipstick. Oh my God, just golden burgundy with like the sultry. I'm getting like Avatar, like spiritual and very like like an elegant god from Chris. Oh, I'm so excited to see like when like your looks. Like, please send me pictures when you try these things. And like
I will. This is how I dress every day.
yeah, I know. And so I love that that's like I feel like if I were to dress up as you for Halloween, I already know what to wear. The pants are
Yeah.
important.
The cool thing is I when I walk, like especially when I travel, I wear the cape, just because it's great for traveling. It's also super soft, and like people throughout the airport are always like, "Can I get your Instagram?" Like just what you were saying of like, I'm just like, oh, this is just how I dress. I'm just being
Yeah,
me. But it like has that resonance.
definitely. So you've experienced it. It's real.
It was scary at first. I was like, what did I? Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so to recap, we've gone over 2 different power tools to step into your artistic identity. The first was the internal piece of like entering that energetic upgrade, entering your power before you walk into something like a stage or something like that. And the second is inhabiting your visual identity. Something that's really cool about letting your visual identity exist and wearing that thing that feels a little bit uncomfortable but feels like you is that you protect yourself by dressing as authentically as possible, because when you have a very clear visual identity, people see you how you want them to see you. You're in charge of that conversation. when you dress with generic clothes that a lot of people wear, and there's like, it's very normal, it's open to interpretation. So that's why artists get so clear on what is aligned with your identity and what isn't, because it's a clear communication to you of like, this is who I am. And that's already a power move. Does that make sense? Okay, wonderful. What's up, Andrea? You raised your hand.
No, what's a mistake? No, because I saw that it was the hand. It was like, yeah, like.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know, it was
Okay, cool. No problem, no problem. Okay, so we've handled these two tools, and you'll have access to this recording. So if you want to come back and maybe go through the meditation again or journal again, you're able to. However, this is just the tip of the iceberg, because learning how to inhabit your artistic identity and learning how to be comfortable on stage and move through a performance in your power is like learning a new language, right? It requires consistency, it requires a teacher, and it requires other people that surround you that speak that other language for you to fully learn it. And so that's why I want to ask you today, what would it mean for you in your life if you really had that clarity of like, this is who I am, and you had the confidence to inhabit it on a daily basis? Inhabit that power, take the stage, go perform, go write your song if you want to, go wear that shiny, glamorous thing with no problem. Like, what would that mean for you? You can type something in the chat, just kind of sit with the question, or tell me to. And also, like, you don't have to think too much about it. Just kind of tune into that power that you felt, and like, what would it mean if that was your day-to-day? And you knew that you could just access it any moment and show up confident to a new space, show up confident, powerful, knowing who the fuck you are, wherever you go. Seba.
Well, if I had the confidence to embody my artistic identity on command, what I could do is to have everybody applauding me, which I already did.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes, this is one of the things I learned from Joaquin Phoenix: is not to have the fear of making ridiculous in front of the others, especially
Yes.
when you are start dancing.
Yes. Don't fear the cringe. Let's go cringe. We love it here.
Especially if you are partially drunk after a few drinks.
Exactly.
I kind of feel like I would be a whole upgraded human from who I am now, because like the step from what I'm doing now versus if I could just snap my fingers to who that girl on the stage is, like, that's an out of body type of thing that I can't grasp that right now. So
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time with that question.
I will tell you, you did just grasp it though.
Yeah.
Like 30 minutes ago, you just grabbed it.
True. Now I
know?
need to like physically step into it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a practice. But remember that you just pulled it from the sky, right? Literally.
Yep.
All right. Anyone else would like to share? My back snapped. I don't know if you guys heard that. It was very ugly. Creative liberation. All those thoughts, all those songs, you know, that you talked about in the beginning, Chris. All those songs out in the world, existing, moving in their and being their own entities, having their own relationship with your audience beyond just yourself. Okay, is it okay if I share with you something that I've been building to support you in embodying this process? I would show more things on my own. Yes. Yes, because your artist and your power isn't afraid of being seen. And so learning how to access it lets you just go on stage and sing, you know? There's a reason why people like Bad Bunny, Lady Gaga, Chaperone. Like there's a reason why Bad Bunny created Bad Bunny and didn't just create this whole career as Benito, you know, because it's almost like an alter ego that he steps into. For his Super Bowl show, Benito is very afraid of heights. So I don't know if you guys saw the Super Bowl halftime show, but he did a performance where he was like on top of like a platform and then he jumped down, you know? And he said in an interview, like Benito would have never been able to jump to like get that high up and then jump off because I'm terrified of heights. But Bad Bunny is unstoppable. He has no fear. So that's why having an artistic identity is so powerful. You know, I myself, Luciana with a C, has all these feelings and these experiences, and Luciana is just a light. And I step into that to come into this masterclass and share my messages with you. I step into that to perform the shows that I performed on Monday and Tuesday. So this doesn't mean that you have to change who you are in this moment. There's an identity that we're going to start creating that you can access. It doesn't matter who you are or what you're going through as a human. As an artist, it becomes a different thing that you step in and out of. Yes, not ready is a trap keeping me. Oh, yeah. Well, you become ready by doing it. You know, no one's just suddenly ready one day. And so that's why it's important, you know, legends just do it scared. To quote Miley Cyrus, legends do it scared. Exactly, Sarah. Okay, so is it okay if I share something that I've been building to support artists like you to step into this identity? And we have some people that are already in this space in here today. I'm really excited about that. But just give me a thumbs up if it's okay for me to share something that I've been building to teach you how to stay in this artistic identity. All right. Thank you, Laura. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, Kayla. Let's continue. The Bad Bitch Experience. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. So I released a song called Bad Bitch that I wrote when I quit my day job to become a full-time artist. And embodying the philosophy of that song, I created a 12-month program that helps you become the artist you were always meant to be. So what that looks like it's a 12-month journey to take you from where you are now, of having a very big, beautiful dream, but feeling like you're a little bit in a hamster wheel of like trying and trying, and never really like living inside this dream. And there's a part of you that feels invisible, right? Because you try and you try, but it never fully cracks open. And also, like, it's hard to know what the steps are to embody this artistic journey, right? And it takes you from there into someone that's actively practicing your art, actively making music, actively playing shows. You understand and feel and are tuned into your artistic identity so powerfully. You know how to be comfortable on stage because you've been there and you're constantly doing it. And there's something about this new version of you that, yes, you're going to feel fear when you're done with this program. You're going to feel all the things, but you have the tools to move through it. And you don't just have the tools to move through it, you have evidence that you've already moved through that fear. So it doesn't stop you. You know, it's just a thing. Kind of like I was talking with Chris earlier. It's just a reaction that the mind has, and you can keep moving forward, and you feel expressed. Your art is out in the world. You're building your community. That's the journey that I want to take you on. Because I could be like, oh, just text me when you're ready and all of that. But the thing is, waiting, the more that you wait, the harder it is to take the first step. Because fear gets louder in inaction. And so inside this membership, there's 3 components that we kind of exercise to give you the support. The first is I'm right there with you, and I've been through this journey, right? And I've been where you are right now, and I built my artistic identity and my music and my shows and my comfort on stage. And so I understand what the process, and I'm right there with you. You have a community, you know, Sarah, Kayla, me, Chris, we're all in there actively going through this process of stepping into your artistic power with you. Because I feel, honestly, guys, the biggest fucking poison for artists, and pardon my French, but it's like horrible, is loneliness. Because when you're making art and making music and stepping into doing something new, you need a context that tells you it's okay, it's been done before. It's actually pretty normal what you're going through, you know? There you go. Sarah was the first person to join this membership, and he says, despite not being a screenwriter, all of a sudden I wrote a script, and he's filming his first short this month, y'all. Like, he's been killing it. I'm so freaking proud. And so there's a community component, and then there's a roadmap. I mean, you know, to be a freaking engineer, there's a roadmap. You can go to like college and learn how to be an engineer and then get a job. But where's the roadmap to be an artist? And that's what I created. I didn't, however, the roadmap is you get one new course every single month inside the membership. And every course is designed to be a co-creative process, because every artistic journey, unlike an engineer's journey, every artistic journey is different and unique, and that's the power of art. So the courses are designed to, yes, give you a roadmap and a step-by-step on how to create, produce, and release your first song, how to put together your band and play your first show, how to go through the energetic upgrade so that you can hold those things and really see them through and express your vision. And I give you the steps in a way that you can make them your own, which is why it's so important that you have that freedom, right? And so, yeah, this is for you if you've been dreaming of singing, you've always loved to sing and you've never quite done it. You're willing to take action. If you're willing to like dream about singing the rest of your life, this is not for you. This is for action takers that want accountability and community and support, not just like information and just like another course. This is a change in your life, right? It's an upgrade. Oh my God, I love David Lynch. I was watching Mulholland Drive the other day. And you feel the call, but you keep like getting trapped almost in like a little loop where you like go for it and then something happens and then you forget about it and then you go for it and so our community and our roadmap is right there with you for those moments where you want to give up. We will hold the vision for you. And you know your worth, like you see that vision in your mind. You know what you're capable of, you just need a space and the appropriate context to activate it. Probably growing up, it wasn't a great context where you were just able to shine your gifts. And so this is also an opportunity for your inner child to have that space that you needed back then and have that love and that support and that accountability and that celebration of your gifts. So it's a return in that way too. Okay. And this is not for you if you're just like, I want to get famous tomorrow and I don't want to do anything about it. And I want someone to come and discover me and build my whole career for me. And this is not for you if you want to stay where you are right now. This is going to create a change. Like, I'm not going to lie. It's not a comfortable space to like, stay stuck in your ways at all. Yes, exactly. Like Kayla knows I'm all up in, I text her personally all the time. Like, hey, we have class today. Are you coming? Even for this class, I was like, hey, Kayla, like when are you coming? So like I am all up in your business when you're inside this membership with no freaking shame about it. And I have a question for you guys. Like, if all this did was give you the confidence, no problem, girl, give you the confidence to be your dream artist, like that artist that you've seen in your mind since you were a kid, would it be worth it to take a leap and try something new?
Yes. Yes,
Right?
yes.
Exactly. Kayla, I just hear you talking. I'm already so excited for your journey, girl. Damn. Okay, so right now we're faced with two choices. One, you keep going alone in your journey and you keep dreaming and having this vision and kind of, no, I'm not really an artist. No, it's okay. And not doing it. Or you join the experience and you take a leap and you make the bet on yourself. And you say, you know what? So far, I've never taken the action and taken the steps to believe in my dream. And now I'm going to do something that scares me a little bit, but I'm going to believe in myself. And I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. And I'm going to take action so that I can finally give myself this dream and turn it into a reality. Join us. Join us, please. It's going to be so freaking fantastic if you do. And we have a few bonuses just for the people in this call. When you join today, you are getting a one-on-one onboarding call with me. That's just you and me making like the plan for your year. You get 20% off if you pay upfront. And you get one-on-one chat support with me for the first 3 months. So anything that comes up, you could just text me and we'll work through it. Okay, I'm going to send you the options for joining, and I really, really hope some of you do. We have a monthly payment plan, and we also have a 1-year option. Here goes the link. And your stage is waiting, my love. I am so freaking committed to seeing your dream through with you. I am so freaking excited to like keep liberating voices and keep building a world where artists get to be free. Because here's the thing, when you step into this journey, it's not just you that's gonna create like a whole different life for yourself. Everyone around you is inspired by your journey, is excited about what you're doing, and you start realizing that you're changing lives just by being yourself. It's really amazing to watch. Like, your true artistic identity is life-changing for people out there. You know, your audience is waiting for you, and they need you too. They don't need me, they don't need Miley Cyrus or whoever. They need you because your audience is going to create that change in their lives by listening to your perspective and your particular story that is absolutely worth telling. Okay. Link is in the chat if you want to sign up. And throw me your questions. Anyone have any questions about this, about our class before? I need to charge my computer so that we don't get cut off. Give me a second. Okay. Who has questions for me? I'm all ears. Of course, my love. Mwah, I love you. I'm gonna stay on for a few minutes. If anybody has questions, I'm happy to answer whatever you need.
I have one small question.
Yeah.
I could jump in this call like 30 minutes after because I was swamped with work. And what's the quickest, easiest, most condensed way you can tell me how did all you guys step into your power in your mind? Because you're all talking about my power is this, I discovered it. And I was like, I don't know how you did that.
Oh, yes, I will in a second. Laura, let me just respond to Laura real quick because she's sending something in the chat. Laura, are you still here, babe? Yeah, I think you are. Okay. Here's the link. I'm sending them again, and I can always send them to you on email, but you should see it in the chat right now. Let me know if you saw it and you got it okay in the chat. Okay, so to get back to Sienna's question, so I shared a little bit about my story. When I started, that's probably one of the most important things for me to communicate. I didn't just become this artist that I am today. I was tone deaf and I was rhythm blind. Rhythm blind means like I couldn't feel rhythm in my body, so I couldn't clap along to music. Concerts confused me. When I tried to sing, I didn't know when to come in. So I had like no natural talent when I started singing, and I was 18. And I had to like face the music, and be like, I was really depressed and I was drowning deep in an eating disorder, and I had to like get responsible with myself and say like, I'm a singer and I'm gonna figure this shit out. If people can learn how to be a lawyer, I could learn how to be a singer. And so I took a gap year when I graduated high school, and I took drumming lessons to like start feeling rhythm. I took ear training and I took singing lessons. And then I worked like 4 jobs at the same time so that I could save enough money to go study music in LA. And then And then I started studying music. I got into one of the schools that I applied to. And I started studying, and it was a very challenging process because I was being embarrassed on stage multiple times a week. And thankfully my school I had very great teachers and very supportive classmates, but I was still getting over my tone deafness and my rhythm blindness. So I would get on stage and I didn't know when to come in and I would freeze. And slowly but surely, with practice and also with just going for it, like I didn't even know how to sing on pitch, and I started my band and I started playing shows anyway. And people were inspired by that. And my bandmates were all great musicians, but like I learned musicianship from them, and they learned how to be an action taker from me, because had no idea how to sing, but I would book shows and like put together a band and let's rehearse. And so you start in the process. If there's something that you don't fully understand in your artistic journey, the process will also show you that you have other talents too. You know, if performing is challenging for you, like maybe you're a great songwriter. Like I know, Sienna, you're a really good producer. You have a really good ear for what a song needs. And that's a genius and like a superpower in and of itself. So you start collaborating with people that kind of complement your abilities. Does that make sense? So yeah, it was not overnight. It's a long process.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, a lot to think about.
Yeah, I'd say the most important thing is to keep the movement alive.
Yeah.
Because the problem is when we stop and we give up. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, you don't have to play a big show. You don't have to write a hit song. But I think the most important thing is to keep writing, keep showing up on stage whenever you can, and just keep the movement going, because that's the process that's gonna inform what this next stage for Siena Hidalgo is. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Of course. Of course. Does anybody have any more questions for me? Okay, Seba.
Okay. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I have two questions.
Okay.
Much shorter than you think. The first one is, how many people are compromised with your community so far? For me and Kayla.
There's you and Kayla inside the Bad Bitch membership, and there's about 10 people that have donated to the crowdfunding campaign. And so that's how they get a few benefits. That's like a lower tier of the community.
So they're coming to get the membership. All right. And the second, would you like to be present when I start shooting my project?
Yeah, we can talk about that. If you would like for me to come, maybe. I could stop by. That would be fun.
I've been chatting with the possible actors, but one person take me to the other person, so we are in conversation of possible
Nice.
casting.
Yeah. Text me on School. School is the platform that we use for the Bad Bitch membership, guys. Text me on School and we can set it up. I'd love to support you.
We'll be in touch.
Okay, amazing. All right, my loves. I thank you so much for this experience. Thank you so much for showing up. If you have any more questions or something comes up in the process of integrating this practice, feel free to reach out to me. That's my Instagram right there. I think most of you, I think we're all in touch on Instagram. If not, go ahead and follow me. Let's stay in touch there. It's LUXIANA Lux. And we're going to be doing these master classes once a month. So you will get an invite from me for the next one as well. I would love to see you there. And that's it. Thank you so much for coming. I love you. I am so freaking proud that you showed up for yourself today. Let's freaking go. Mwah. Ciao,
Thank
ciao.
you. Ciao, ciao.